Okay, thank you. Good evening and welcome to the Pownal Elementary School Board meeting for Wednesday, August 23rd, 2013. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We normally have our sixth graders here, so we'll have to wait till next month when the school is in session, and they will lead us in the pledge. Okay, there's no presentation. Is there any public comment? Okay, one at a time, please. No. Okay, no personnel. Okay, action items. Okay, we'll get the treasurer's report for June and July. Is there any question on either one of those? Was there any? No. Okay, there's no budget transfers. Okay, we're gonna move then to the consent agenda. Guess we need to amend the consent agenda. We all have a copy for.
Tammy, did you get a copy? Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
Oh, okay, all right, and we're adding Megan
I haven't looked at mine, so it could be there.
Mercurio.
Mercurio, our school counselor substitute.
So moved.
Motion's been made, and do I have a second?
Second.
The motion been made, second. Is there any discussion on the consent agenda? No. None? All right, hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by raising your hand. All right, it's unanimous. All right, no policies. Okay, that brings us right down to our principal's report.
Well, the first thing that I wanted to do this evening was to thank the custodial staff and the cleaners for getting our building ready for the beginning of the school year. It looks great. Worked really hard. And I know Rich is here this evening. He's going to be talking or giving an update here in just a minute about the summer projects as well. And we're looking forward to hearing from him. Along with the beginning of the school year, I wanted to give everybody an updated staff faculty list.
Okay. Keep going for changes.
And as we look this over, just wanted to point out a couple changes that we have this year. This is our bubble class going from second to third grade. So Taylor Robertson will be teaching third grade this year, moving from second grade last year. A couple other changes we have under special education teacher. You all know that Carrie Krozik went to the PLUS program, so that left us an opening in our learning lab, which Mike Carano will be taking over that position. Down in guidance sub then, this evening, we recommended Megan Mercurio for that guidance sub, but we didn't add her name here. I know the district has a psychologist opening right now. Tom Powers had vacated that position, so the district will be hiring a new psychologist. As of today, I'm not sure whether that position has been filled. On the right-hand side, under paraeducators, Caitlin Hunt has been removed as a paraeducator removed from this list. I should clarify myself, removed from the list to take a teaching position at Monument Elementary. So we have Caitlin Hunt's para position that we'll need to fill. And also just yesterday, I received a resignation from Ken Strano, one of our paras, and he took a teaching position in Manchester, and we'll be filling that para position. And under the Abbey group, Carol Sabatino has had retired, so the Abbey food group is listed there as well.
Okay.
So those are some staff changes. The beginning of the school year, we always want to take a look at our enrollment, so I'm going to pass out the enrollment as of today. And currently, we're at 242 students. Our kindergarten classes are right now 15 and 17, with a total of 32 kindergartners. I'm pretty sure either today I got an email from central office that a kindergartner was going to register here at Pownal. So that student then would probably, of course, be added to the classroom with 15. But we have definitely nice class sizes again this year, with a total of 242 students.
Oh, down.
We are down. We had, I want to say quite a few, but there were some students that transferred to Pownal this year because of where they moved to, and other students out of state.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Any questions on staff or enrollment?
No, that's good.
Okay.
We appreciate the fact that letting us know.
Do you have anyone in line for the para positions? Is there anybody?
Just found out, so, I wanted fresh postings that,
Yep.
we can take a look at, some new candidates or candidates that already have applied to positions in the district we want to look at. So we'll probably have to fill temporarily, maybe on a day-to-day sub until we get those filled, but we'll do that as soon as we can. And of course, that would come next month in your approval for those.
Right.
Along with the beginning of the school year, we always have the first day performance, and I just wanted to comment, Mary Natalizia always sets that up at the beginning of the school year, and she's connected this year the art of science with art as well. Marvelous Marvin will be that first day performer, and that, of course, is the first day of school, September 3rd, and that performance was at 9:30, and as always, the public is invited to that first day performance. Following that, we have just an informal chat up here in the library with me as well. So that's following the performance. Later on in September, I wanted to invite everybody to the September 10th open house. And traditionally, we've grilled hot dogs, and of course, we start the evening by visiting the classrooms, and then we have our cookout after that. So that'll be September the 10th.
What time, hon?
5:30. Starts in the classrooms, and then we move downstairs for the cookout after that. So those are just some things here at the beginning of the school year. We are very excited about a new school year. We have next week many different opportunities of staff development, and Tuesday morning we're going to begin here in our building with a breakfast buffet. So everyone would partake in that, bring something, and bus drivers and kitchen staff, the board, the regular staff, everyone's invited on that morning.
Very nice.
And that would be Tuesday, the 27th, August 27th, and we're going to start that at 8 o'clock. Followed by a staff meeting, and the rest of the week is filled with a lot of different opportunities, and you may want to talk about some district things. Here in our building, when Rich talks about some of the summer projects, as you know, we wanted to increase the capability of technology here. We've installed, I shouldn't say we, it wasn't me, but through our custodial staff in the district, the new smart boards have been installed. So all regular classrooms will have a smart board this year. Tuesday afternoon, we're having smart board training for teachers. Last year, we had some training with Sally Basacchio from the district.
Yep.
And as you know, she's now part of all of the buildings, and she can come down here to do in-service throughout the year. So the staff that she worked with last year, she'll be working with again this year. And one of our own teachers is getting a technology endorsement, and he'll have that soon. That's Skylar Lambombard.
Excellent.
And he's going to take a group. We kind of want to differentiate the smart board. We don't want everybody to be in the same session, because we know some folks are a little bit more savvy with that. So Skylar's going to take a beginning group, and Sally's going to take maybe a more advanced group.
Intermediate,
That
sure. Good, excellent.
that's
That's
on
good.
Tuesday afternoon. Wednesday, we're going to Monument Elementary School. Our staff with Monument, we're going to be working with Patricia Reedy from NWEA, and we're looking at the Common Core and how MAPS testing will help drive our instruction
Good.
with that. So we're excited about the beginning of the year in
Very good.
service and getting our teachers up to date.
Excellent. Sounds
Todd, did the smart boards, do they have volume now?
They do have speakers, but again, just like last year, those are added speakers. They do have that capability. Sally Bisacchio said that's the way to go. We don't want these huge systems in the classroom with, and they're much more expensive. So we purchased the small speakers to go with each smart board too.
Excellent.
And we did that last year after the purchase of the smart boards last year.
good.
Good,
Some
excellent.
of the classrooms did have projectors in them, which they won't need anymore, and those were moved to the art room, the music room, so they'll have the
Yeah.
capability of a projector in there.
Good.
Excellent. That's a good
Looking
move.
at a new document camera, I purchased 2 last year within my own budget, lent those out, so we're taking a look at the iPivo, which is a document camera that's a little bit cheaper than the Elmo. Does just as fine work. So we're looking at document cameras that can be set up with the smart board, with the computer. So if a child is doing maybe a response to a morning math problem and it's in their journal, the teacher, as the students are solving that problem, would walk around the classroom, see how the students are solving that problem, maybe choose 1 or 2 students to show how they solve the problem with their math journal. They would take it up under the document camera, be projected, and that student would be able to explain their math problem to the rest of the group.
Very good.
What's the cameras that Rosemary Pelletier told me that the community,
It's the IPVOs that I've
Is it
talked to
she-
her
oh,
already,
okay.
yeah. And Rosemary, they were interested in donating
yeah.
the IPVOs to our school, which, we're lucky there.
Oh,
So we'll
good.
take
So we
those.
got them?
No,
Oh,
not yet,
but we-
yeah.
Okay, great.
Last year I did purchase a couple
Yeah.
through my own budget, and some of the couple of the teachers that use those say that's the way to go. Jean Ward uses the IPVO as well.
Okay, good.
One really nice part about document cameras, it's a piece that you sort of, you can't picture until you need it, but if you want to project, say, for a class, a page out of the textbook, that you can't just find that document on your smartboard because it's really not accessible. It's just so simple that you can just put it up under the document camera and then that can project. So it really it's an amazing link between paper documents and what you want to project for students. And often there is that sort of missing link that when you're instructing, you really want to be able to have all those different modems and way that you present something. So it's really, really very helpful. So that's forward thinking of you, Todd.
We got it. we got it,
Excellent,
yes.
excellent.
Looking forward to all the new
Right.
new updates. And I think that's about it. I'd like to move on to the update on the summer projects, facilities, and front door with Rich.
Okay.
Okay. Want to hand those down, please?
Do you have enough for me, or?
Oh, what, you get 2 copies? Yeah. I think so.
Tell me if you run out. You can have mine.
Probably gonna be one short. I didn't realize you didn't have one.
You have enough? Here's another.
Another?
Do we have one more? No?
Here, take mine. I'll share with Todd.
I just wanted to make sure Tam's.
I'd like to go over the capital improvement projects we talked about in June. The first one is the conference room, and that is this room 221. We put an annex in there, a small conference area.
See that room after.
Yeah, we're going to want to take a look at that a little bit later. We'll take a tour of the new conference room.
All
Yeah,
right.
great.
That was probably one of the big projects of the year because we interfered with a computer lab, which meant we had to change all our wiring. We actually ran about 3,500 feet of CAD6 wire over to our hub, which is in this room over here. So we're now upgraded as far as our wiring from a CAD5 to a CAD6. So that project entailed quite a few things. But I think we projected, originally it was going to be about $10,000 to do that. It actually finished up about $15,800. But some of that was also additional wiring we did. And if you look at the smart board, which is the next project, we projected we were gonna spend about $10,000 to do that.
5, yeah.
I think initially it was 10. We talked about some electrical work that may need to have been done. So, with the help of technology, which I thank Frank Barnes, he sent some new technicians in to assist in those boards, so we didn't have to spend any extra money. So, it was really a great help. So that kind of offset that overspendage in the conference room because we saved money on the smart board, so that was kind of a wash. We've completed all the classroom doors and windows in this side of the building. They're now, all the rooms are done, top and bottom floors, which was 5 rooms. We did 5 rooms this summer.
This side, you mean?
This side of the wing has all new doors and windows. Initially, I think we were talking $26,000. One of them was an odd-sized window, so it was $1,000 more. So it's about $27,000. I think it was, what, 26,000?
Yeah,
Yeah, and change. So that was on board. Ironically, the last thing, or the first thing we were gonna attempt was a video intercom system at the front door. We talked about some security upgrades there, and that project should have been done the first thing. I've been promised it'll be done by Thursday of next week. So, and what that's gonna do, we had to buy a second monitor, which is both Julie and Linda can look and see who's at the front door and buzz them in. They can talk back and forth. There can be communication. So at some point, the front door is going to be secured after the children are in. So we're working on that. I had to get an engineer to help with permits, so it's still in progress, but hopefully that's going to be done. That one's a little bit more. I think we talked like $5,000, but because we got to change the hardware on the thing, I had to hire the engineer. You know, we're probably talking $1,500 or $2,000 more than what we talked. So overall, I think I'm about $2,000 over. Is that what you figured?
Close to it,
Yeah. Right now, to date, we spent about $48,800. Initially, we talked about $65,000, but that was enclosing the front section, which we
Right.
decided let's hold and not do that. So we're about $2,000 over what we thought we were going to be.
Not bad for everything you completed. And I want to say kudos to you and your crew, because when we walk into this building and it shines like, you really did a wonderful job.
I have an experienced staff. I mean, they've been here for years and years. It really pays. I mean, to have people that have done it before and know what to do. They take great pride
It looks-
in building.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
So thank them for us. That's,
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Thank a couple of them here this evening. We have Brent Kipp here, and we have Lisa Strohmeyer.
Oh, well.
They were part of our summer cleaner and helpers there, so they
Thank
did a
you.
lot for us.
Thank you. It looks wonderful. You did a marvelous job.
So that brings us to the,
Could you just make a motion to approve the overspending, just so that we have it in line in the minutes, so that if the auditors look at it, they see that it was
Oh,
approved by the board?
All right.
Up to an amount of $3,000 would be fine.
Okay. So we'll make a motion?
Let me do it.
Go ahead.
I make a motion that we can spend up to $3,000 more.
No, we already did. We just want to okay
Okay
it.
it.
Yeah, we're just okaying the expenditure of
Is that what you want?
$3,000.
Okay, an additional $3,000 of what was budgeted prior.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
So moved.
All right, can I have a second? You seconded it?
Yep.
All right, all those in favor? All right, it's unanimous. Thank you for reminding us. At least we cover it.
I know, right?
so that brings us to item D, just an update on the bus cameras. Now, this was a project that you all took on prior to my arrival last year. Was a discussion. We went through the year, waited for the upgraded system for the capability of the 8 cameras instead of the 4 cameras would have that capability. They have been installed, and part of that discussion tonight, we do of course need to notify our parents and community, and a letter is being sent home informing the community that, riding a bus is a school privilege, and along comes with that privilege the responsibility of students following expectations and our responsibility as a district by providing a safe environment on a school bus for students, and this will be part of it. So this letter is being mailed out to
Families.
all of our community members,
Good.
along with my beginning of the year welcome letter that I'll pass out as well. I want to thank one of our bus drivers here this evening, Joel. Burrington is here, and he was interested, of course, in the cameras, the installation process. He volunteered his time to be here for you. You want to tell us, Joel? Took quite a bit of your day.
We were here from 8 o'clock until 5.
Wow.
3 of them are installed. The guy was gonna come back Sunday and put the other 2 in, now he called up and he's coming back next Saturday.
Okay. All right. And with that, I know the board, initial thoughts were to move in this direction to no longer have paras ride the bus. We do have a couple students with IEPs that will need para support. So we'll need to have paras for those students, of course. Those students, eventually, they need to be on a behavior plan to where that would be weaned off as well. So we'll do that here at the beginning of the year, take a look at those IEP students, get them on a behavior plan for the bus, and hopefully, reduce that para time that they'll need on our buses.
Okay. What is the board's pleasure? Do you want to, as far as the pairs on the other buses? Because there's 4 buses, and we definitely need 2 pairs.
Do you think that we should keep the pairs on for a little
Just
bit
for a
until,
little
That's what I was just
to
gonna
make
say,
sure that
maybe keep
everything
them
is
on
working
for-
properly?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
why don't we do that? So let's say like even, 30 to 60 days or something.
I would say
I would give it.
60 days?
Yeah, I would give it a couple of 60 days, yeah.
60
Did you
days?
wanna- There's a discussion here about the paras on the bus, and I think they want to have a beginning of the year 60-day. Is that
60.
something that they'll need to make a motion on? To
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
keep the paras?
We'll
Okay.
make a motion to,
want me to do
leave, yes.
I make a motion to keep the paras on the bus for all 4 buses for 60 days for a trial period until we are all set with the cameras.
I'll second.
Okay, motion been made and seconded. All those in favor? Do you understand the,
Yeah, I'm not in favor of it, that's all.
okay, opposed? Okay, 1 opposed. All right, that'll be good.
Okay,
Right.
thank you.
Okay, you're all set. All right, I would like, why don't we have the superintendent to speak first? Because under my report, we're gonna have the bus drivers, but we're gonna need to go in executive session for that. And so, we'll have the superintendent go first, because after we have, we go into executive session, we probably won't need to come back out.
Tammy, my email changed.
Where's, you got the ones? to
Yeah, I
sign?
got some.
Okay.
Go, Donna, you're up.
I would just like to mention a few additional things. Todd's doing some really great professional development here at the school, and I think it links very nicely with what we're doing with the district. And we've tried to build on some of the initiatives that Todd is starting here in the building to improve instruction for the students, especially in the area of reading and some in the area of math. Some of the staff members will be going to an in-service on a new assessment that, well, it's not new, some of the teachers have been using it here. It's called AimsWeb, but it has many more applications than we have been taking advantage of, and it's to assess early literacy skills and early math skills so that we can really monitor closely that students are making progress and then adjust our instruction according to what each student needs. So the K-2 staff is going to be going to the in-service on that. And then Todd has asked for some writing strategies for the higher grades. So in grades 3 to 6, we're going to have an in-service on the SIM strategies. It's on sentence writing and paragraph writing strategies, which is very important for all of our students in an area where we all need work across the district, but it's really, again, forward-thinking on Todd's part to request that for your students here. And then on one of the other days, we are going to do some math work, again, using smart boards and some technology applications to really build lessons that are content-rich and not just using the smart board. It's always very dramatic and fun, but it also can be a way to infuse content into the lessons, and that's what our math coach, Pat Conway, is going to work on with Sally Bisacchio. So that will be very exciting for the staff too. So, yeah.
Is there going to be, or is there a smart board in the math lab?
There is.
There is?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm really looking forward to our math numbers going up, because we do have a math lab, and I do
Right.
expect that to be,
Many of our
Growing.
staff members took a math, or there were a few math courses through Castleton this summer, and many of our Pownal staff have taken those courses. Lori Silvis was the instructor, and she really has some great
excellent.
strategies, and she is excellent on mathematical thinking. And many of our staff members took those courses, so I even
Yeah.
took that course
Oh.
along with them, so.
oh.
Yeah,
good.
learned quite a few things. Looking
Excellent.
forward to that.
And we also have put together some kits called Fact Fluency Kits for grades 1 through 5, and the staff members are going to work with some of those hands-on materials to learn how to use them in the classroom to really build fluency in mathematics. So that's good, exciting work too.
Awesome.
Great. That's all you have?
I think so, yes.
Oh. Well, then.
Want more?
No, that was great. I mean, I think everything you guys have done is excellent. So for my report, the only thing I have is we're going to do the bus drivers' contracts, and we're going to do them in executive session. And then we'll come out, there won't be, I don't believe there'll be anything else. So we'll just, someone make a motion to move into executive session, this will be our meeting.
I make a motion to go into executive session.
Okay, can I have a second?
Second.
All right, thank you. Sure.
Yeah, because
I can just, I'm confused just with your brackets here.